Substitute numbers into a formula. Pause the video and have a go at examples 3 to 7. When we substitute numbers into a formula, we simply replace whatever the letter is with the number that they tell you that letter is worth. So in this example, there's an A, but we know it's -10, and there's a T, which is 4. So we begin by writing out the formula, but replacing any letters that we know the value of. So A is -10, and T is 4. You'll notice I've put brackets around. Sometimes you can get away without brackets around the number, but I would really encourage you, and definitely do it when it's a negative, okay? So all I've done there, no calculations, just replace the A with the brackets where the A was, and then the number. Replace the T, brackets where the T is, and then the number for T. And then once that's done, we can then think about our order of operations. We can then think about doing the calculation. So from this equation, or from here, you can see there's a power, and we do our indices first. So I'm going to just forget about the rest of it, write it down, and just work out the indice. That's 4 squared. It's just the T that's squared, just the 4. So 4 squared is 16. We then have one multiplication after another. These 3 things are beside each other, which means they're multiplied. If it helps, you can think of a multiplication sign in between. So what is a half times -10? Well, half of 10 is 5, so half of -10 would be -5. And then I've got to multiply it still by 16. So 5 16s are 80, so 5 minus 16s, or minus 5 16s, is -80. How I think of that question is I ignore the negative, just do the calculation without the negative, and then remember a negative times a positive gives you a negative. Example 4. Our process is to write out the equation again, but write out the formula again. An equation is something that can be solved. A formula is usually a collection of letters. We replace the x and the u with what value they are assigned. So x should be 2 and the u is 4. Notice this time I didn't bother with brackets. It makes more sense to use the brackets when there's negatives, or if they're maybe beside something that needs to be multiplied, but in this case there's not much value in the negatives, or in the brackets, sorry. So what are we left with? We're left with w equals a half plus a quarter. And to do that calculation, we're just adding fractions. And to add fractions, we need a common denominator. Common denominator of 2 and 4 is 4 itself. So 1/4 would stay as 1/4. 1/2 is the same as 2/4. And then 2/4 plus 1/4 is 3/4. Number 5. Given that P equals TV, find V when P equals 12 and T is 4. So again, we write out the formula, but we replace it with the letters we know. So 12 equals 4, and actually we don't know V. So that looks a bit different. Before, if we go back to these examples, we had to work out S, but S was the subject. So the number just fell out and we got what S was equal to. In this one here, we had to work out W, but W is a subject, so it just fell out. Here, P is a subject, but we're not trying to find P. We're trying to find V. V isn't the subject, so what happens in this occasion is when you sub in the values, you have to solve that equation. So we'd have to divide both sides by 4, and we get V is 3. So it's still doable, but it doesn't just fall out nicely. There's a little bit of work to be done after you do the substitution. Let's see how number 6 works. S equals ut plus y. We've got to find u when s is 5, y is -3, and t is 4. So we replace the letters in the formula with the numbers. So s is 5, u we don't know, t is 4, and y is minus 3. Let's just tidy that up. We've got u times 4, or simply 4u, and we're adding negative 3, which means we take off 3. We solve that equation by adding 3 to both sides. 8 equals 4u, and then divide both sides by 4. U equals 2. One more, we've got to work out, or we're given that b is a half of x plus y plus z. We've got to find y when b is 3, x is 5, and z is minus 10. So if we write it out, b is 3, so we can say 3 equals a half, x is 5, y we don't know, z is minus 10. Okay, what I'll do first is tidy up the brackets because there's a few things in there we could work with. So let's say 3 equals a half. If we add minus 10, we're taking away 10. So we've got a 5 here, and we're taking away 10. The y we can't deal with, it's not a number, so we'll just leave it for a second. We'll just actually write out the y. There's no other y's in the bracket. But the 5 take away the 10 we can do. 5 take away 10 is minus 5. A few things you can do with that equation. Probably best just to expand the bracket because we know how to do that. If we expand the bracket, we're doing a half times y, which is a half y. We're doing a half times minus 5, which is minus 2.5, or minus 5 halves. For solving that equation, you'd want to add 5 halves to both sides. If you add 5 halves, you would get 5.5. Might just be easy just to keep it as a decimal if you prefer, or 5.5. 5.5, a mixed number is not great when you are still doing a calculation. So 11 over 2 might be best. And then finally, if half of y is 11 halves, if you double both sides, you get that y is 11 halves times 2, which is just 11. Okay, like all questions, you can go back and see, does that work? Is 5 plus 11, 16, take away 10, which is 6. Half of 6 is b. Is b 3? Half of 6 is 3. Yes, it's correct.